Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we have an insane one. Um, you all will most likely have heard this as it was quite literally everywhere, not only just here in the States, but abroad. Um, Donald Trump almost got assassinated. Um, this was 2 days ago, and it happened at a rally in Pennsylvania where a shooter was on a rooftop, I believe about 400 feet away from Trump. He fired some shots, um, and one of the shots grazed Trump's ear. And one of the shots also unfortunately killed one person who was trying to shield his family, his wife and daughter. And doing so, he unfortunately lost his life. Another person was injured as well. Um, they're expected to recover. At least that's what I've seen. But dude, that's just insane. Like this is like I'm pretty sure like the last time a president nearly got assassinated or a presidential like figure was in like the 80s with Reagan. I'm pretty sure. Um, if I'm wrong, correct me on that. But that's sort of what I'm believing at the top of my head. But the fact that this happened in this day and age where, Secret Service agents are everywhere, and the guy got that close to just doming Trump is actually insane. And I've seen a video of an individual who saw the shooter climb up this building onto this roof with a rifle, and he was, I guess, signaling to Secret Service agents that, hey, there's a guy with a gun on this roof, and he is looking in the direction of Trump. You might want to look at this guy. And he said he was doing it for about 2 to 3 minutes, you know, making eye contact with a Secret Service agent who was also, I guess, monitoring him. But they didn't do nothing, which is weird and honestly kind of unacceptable because, I mean, sure, Trump survived, but a man lost his life and another was injured who likely has trauma for the rest of their life. And the Secret Service didn't act on this guy whenever they were given like info on him, pretty much, from an individual in the crowd, which I really don't understand. And like I said before, it's unacceptable. And but besides, the one fatality and the injury, Trump survived, and while he was escorted off stage, he gave a phenomenal fist bump in the air, signaling his American pride and patriotism. And also, because of this fist bump, the hardest fucking album cover ever released happened at that very moment. And I gotta say, love him or hate him, this picture is straight fire. I love it. And the memes that came from this are actually good and amazing. That's the good side of things. Unfortunately, the dark side is, a person lost their lives and a family, a wife lost a husband and a daughter lost a father. And it's absolutely fucking tragic no matter how you spin it. And the one thing that really kind of ticks me off is that like people who, don't really like Trump, they they sort of like prey on his downfall essentially, like wishing that the bullet actually hit him and killed him. And the fact that they are focused on just that, just Trump, really just says a lot about them as a person, not really caring for, the person who died or the family that was affected or the other individual who, has trauma for the rest of their lives now is just abysmal and it's disgusting actually. And, you know, myself, I was pretty sympathetic with, everyone who got affected by it. But thankfully, the shooter was dispatched. He is he got domed by a Secret Service agent, and the whole thing pretty much happened in mere seconds, and not even joking. Like the video I saw was maybe like a minute long from where Trump, checked his ear to all the way at the end when he entered his vehicle and got escorted out. All of that happened in a minute, and which is just insane to think about because, you know, things can happen that fast, and I don't think anybody realizes that. It's not like the movies. It, and a lot of people, kind of criticize the agent for not, shooting him. The second the bullets start firing, but it's like we're humans, all right? We're not, we can't look into the future and see these things, and we can't react at, light speed. It's just we're just not built like that. And so, regardless of, what you think about it, I think they did an amazing job. Could they have done it and prevented this death? Absolutely. Um, could they have done a better security check, around in the vicinity and outside of the perimeters? Absolutely. Um, and I'm almost for certain that they are going to take this as a lesson to learn from, which, if you want to look on the bright side of things, then I guess that's the brighter part of this whole thing. Um, Another thing that's been floating around was, of course, you're going to have those people that are going to throw up theories, all right? And the main theory is that it was staged. And that's probably honestly the one of the dumbest theories I think I've ever heard about someone being assassinated or an attempted assassination. You got stuff like JFK, you got, Abraham Lincoln, you got Ronald Reagan, you got all these presidents who either had an attempt on their life or unfortunately succumbed to this attempt on their life. And this one in particular with Trump, people say it's staged, so that way he's guaranteed the election win later this year, which is uh, honestly the dumbest fucking theory I've ever heard ever. And, you know, I am not saying that lightly at all, because first of all, if it was staged, then nobody would have died. And because someone died because of this shooter, who people think is like, oh, he's like, a CIA agent who was hired, and it's like, first of all, he couldn't even hit Trump, all right? If it was a CIA agent, he would have done the fucking job no problem, you know? There's no doubt about that. But not only did he miss all of his shots and unintentionally killed an innocent bystander, you know, really doesn't add anything to that theory. If anything, it goes against it because, a CIA agent's not going to miss, all right? And another thing with the whole election thing is that why would they risk so much people, so many people's lives, like the men, women, and children who were there, just idly standing there listening to Trump speak? Why would they put that many people in danger? And even getting one person killed, why would, you know, I guess the right sacrifice a man's life and almost another person's life for a guaranteed election? It just doesn't make any sense. It and I'm not even going to go down that rabbit hole because it's actually dumb and a waste of time. But if you actually believe the fact that the whole thing was staged, um, I think you need to visit to your local mental asylum because that is just insane. But yeah, I wanted to talk about it. I was gonna record it yesterday, but I wanted to kind of wait for more info to come out because, yesterday towards like the end of the day, like the shooter like got fully, his identity was fully released, and all of that was was said and done. And I also wanted to do it the day of, but again, the same thing. Not enough info was released, but still. And a lot of people are also like, well, why does this matter? Why is this? I mean, sure, he almost got killed, but, why should I care? Well, as an American, this election coming up is really important. And of course, you can say that about every election, but to me, at least personally, this specific one is important, and our entire fucking country, comes down to one of these candidates. And I'm gonna just say it right now. You can disagree if you want. That's fine. I have no problem with it. But I do not want Biden again for a second term. All right. I just don't want to. I just don't want him up there, dude. I can't handle another year of just watching him fall asleep and fumble words. All right. And Trump is tolerable and is more memeable. And case in point, this picture right here. I still can't get over it. It's so good. Um, but yeah, he is definitely winning the election without a doubt. And if he somehow doesn't, then that's gonna make a lot of people angry. Um, I could just see it that a lot of people would be highly upset, and they would really start to, do something worse than, what happened in D.C. at the Capitol building the other year. Um, but yeah, what an insane last few days. And I was in the process of writing and I guess planning a video on Boogie 2988 and that whole situation, but this whole thing happened when I was in the process of, I guess, writing some talking points for that video and planning it out. I'm still gonna do it. That'll be out soon, maybe next week or so. But for now, all this happened, and it was just too insane to not talk about. And as a full-blooded, true American as you can possibly get, it's it's definitely something I have to at least give my 2 cents on. But yeah, crazy, absolutely crazy. Um, and of course, my thoughts and prayers go out to that family of the casualty as well as the person injured. Um, I think they deserve, you know, the most sympathy out of everyone there. And of course, Trump as well, since it was his life on the line. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like, and if you found it interesting, make sure to subscribe, and let me know down below if I should do more videos like this, commentary videos. I haven't done one in months, and I kind of miss doing it, but, I'm not really good at it, so that was another thing holding me back. Um, and, I'm just kind of, I want to branch out, I want to spread my wings and explore other topics and other, content types. And I think commentary, not only do I enjoy it, but I also, think it's a good way for, you guys to get to know me a little more and have a sort of connection between, me and the audience, which I think is nice. Um, but yeah, let me know your thoughts down below about this whole just, fuster cluck of a situation. Anyways, again, if you like the video, make sure to leave a like, and if you're new here, subscribe to the channel. It really does mean a lot. We are almost to 900 and then 1,000 subscribers, and the goal is still up. I want to reach 1,000 before the end of the year. But yeah, enough yapping. As always, I will see you all in the next upload. Maybe it was meant to be, 'cause I can't stop by.